What's going on, people? Mike C-Town here with another episode of Records and Ramblings. Before we get into the records, let's do a little bit of rambling. So I always put the bands that I'm playing in the background of my videos. I always put the information at the end of the video as far as what's playing, but I don't think I've ever mentioned in the video what's actually playing, but I'm doing that today. We are listening to the demo by Infestment. This is Maggots in Your Brain. Infestment is the new-ish death metal band from Justin Stubbs of Father Fouled and Incompination and a shit ton of other bands. A guy some of y'all may know and love from here on YouTube. He does videos as well. This band also features Wayne, who plays drums in Incompination. I don't know, man, it's weird. I'm very rarely in a death metal mood, but quarantine has done something to me, man. I've been listening to a lot of death metal lately, and the death metal I like, as I told you guys, it's got to be that really nasty, fucking gross, disgusting shit, and this is it. And y'all know how much I hate tapes, but fuck it, man. I bought this shit because it fucking rules. I also want to give a mention that the newest episode of the High Defamation podcast just went up, and it's a podcast done by the homie and fucking musical encyclopedia Eric Bauer. So check that out. I'll make sure I drop a link down there in the description section. Metal, punk, hardcore, all kinds of great shit, man. And he gives a lot of information on the bands. So check that out. And if you haven't been tuning into these live streams that Eric and Jason and Marty and Ben and everybody else is doing, make sure you check those out, man. They're a lot of fun. And also, real quick, I want to mention that there's a record coming out on Death Cult Productions that you guys need to keep an eye out for. It's called Capobuela. I'm sure I'm butchering the name, so I'm going to put it right there. But it's killer raw black metal from the UK. I got an advanced listen to it, and I have not stopped listening to it since I got it. It's fucking awesome. At moments, it's fast and nasty, kind of reminding me of a more raw version of As Alyssasaph. At other moments, it's droney and haunting. Just trust me, you guys, you need this. All right, let's get into some records. First record I'm going to show you, this is Algiers with There Is No Year. And yeah, this is the newest record from Algiers, and so far, it's one of my favorite things to come out this year. Algiers is, I guess you can call them a post-punk band from Atlanta, but I don't know, man. They mix in a lot of different stuff like soul and some industrial, some noise at times, but this is such a good album. Printed inner sleeve here. Record is on clear. It also came with this like little floppy flexy thing here, which I haven't actually listened to yet. But yeah, if you've not heard this, you gotta get on it, man. It's fucking awesome. The song Dispossession is just, I don't know, man, it's just brilliant. Unoccupied is also a really good song from this record. It's one of the most possessed and pissed off sounding records without actually being like metal or something aggressive sounding. It's weird, it's hard to describe, but man, this is just so good. And they did a video for their cover of Outkast's Liberation. You should definitely give that a shot too, because it's fucking great. The next record I'm going to show you, this is Cannibal Corpse with Tomb of the Mutilated. Before I even get started, has anyone ever thought about how this would have been a much better piece of artwork for the Eaten Back to Life cover, considering you have somebody eating out a rotten corpse? Just a random thought. Anyways, this is the third album by Cannibal Corpse, probably my favorite album by Cannibal Corpse. You know, I really like these guys, but I have to be honest, I haven't really stuck with them throughout their career. They totally lost me around Gallery of Suicide. Then they had a few hits and misses for me. I remember thinking Gore Obsessed was pretty good, but then some albums like Evisceration Plague were terrible in my opinion. I don't remember caring much for Red Before Black either. I point more towards the underproduced era of Cannibal Corpse. Insert lyrics that are white, you can't see. Records on black won't bother showing you that. This is not like an original press or anything, of course. This came out in originally in 1992, but this was a 2016 pressing. And it's actually the only Cannibal Corpse record that I have on vinyl. Everything else I have is on CD. So, yeah. I've actually been listening to this a lot lately. I don't know why, but god damn, this shit is so fucking good. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Grieve or Greve. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and I'm not even going to try to do the title of the album. I'll just put it right there so you guys can read it. But yeah, this was one of my favorite releases of last year. It's a symphonic black metal band from Sweden. That features one of my favorite black metal musicians, a guy whose name I still cannot pronounce properly. So, as usual, I'm going to let Tom from Whitefield Vinyl do it. The guy's name is... There you go. Records on Black won't bother showing you that. This album actually also features Lick, L-I-K. I'm not sure how you pronounce that either. But he did vocals on the Svartrit albums. And man, his vocals on this album are just disgusting. They're sick. They're pained. They're just, ugh. They're so good. But this is great stuff. Really good black metal. A lot of great riffs, which is what I go to for. The keys add a lot of atmosphere to it without it sounding goofy. But yeah, this is something that I've still not stopped listening to. It's such a great album. This was put out through Purity Through Fire. So yeah. Oh, and as I'm looking at the back, it also has someone named Lima or Lima that does drums. I'm not familiar with him, so forgive me. I don't know what other bands he's been in, if any. But yeah, this is good shit. The next record I'm going to show you, this is Infernus with Eclipse Perpetuo. This is black metal from Portugal, and Portuguese black metal is just, I don't know, man. I'm a sucker for a lot of that shit, and this is no exception. This isn't quite as raw as some of the other stuff that gets really popular from there. This isn't like Candelabrum or Black Silice or Ordum Satanica. It's still raw. It's just not just, you know, fuzzy, dirty raw. This is more straightforward. Nothing too special, but it's still really good. This is on Altair Productions. Some of it kind of reminds me of Darkthrone a little bit, just a little bit more pissed off. Records on Black won't bother showing you that, but I really like the insert here. Hopefully you can see that. That's really cool to me. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's limited or anything, so I don't know if you can still get it. I would assume this is probably pretty easy to find. Yeah, it's not something I return to all the time either, but it's still pretty good. The next record I'm going to show you, this is Drew Mcdowall with Collapse. Drew Mcdowall, he was in Psychic TV for a while. He also spent some time in Coil. So I think he kind of got his name really from that. And if you like Coil, you will definitely like this. It's ambient drone stuff with a lot of layers. Really, really haunting stuff. It's very dark, very creepy, but I think it's perfect for relaxation. I've been listening to this a lot during these Corona times. And this is on blue vinyl. But yeah, this is a really cool record put out on Deus, and I'm sure this is readily available. So if you do decide to go give it a listen and you like it, it's not something that you'll have to freak out trying to find. And the last record I'm going to show in this edition of Records and Ramblings, this is Thelonious Monk with Misterioso. So you guys know I'm not a huge fan of jazz. There are certain artists within jazz that I like, certain types of jazz that I like. So I've been kind of digging through the ones that I dig, and yeah, this is one. Like, I really enjoy Thelonious Monk's stuff. I'm really into the kind of sadder sounding jazz albums, or the kind of freaky, all over the place, chaotic jazz albums. Not really into like the smooth or kind of sexy sounding jazz. Like, that shit just reminds me too much of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit or something. But yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful album. If there is some crazy story behind the album, I don't know it. Only thing I know is it was recorded live on tour, and I don't know, man. This is just right up my alley. Record is, of course, on black, so I won't bother showing you that, but pianos, horns, drums going all over the place. It's just such a great album to put on and just sit down and read or just vibe out, man, because like you can put something like this on and just picture these guys playing, and it's so cool. But yeah, I'm definitely looking into getting more Thelonious Monk. So yes, that's going to do it for this edition of Records and Ramblings. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. For everyone that's about to type this into the comments section, yes, the new Out of My Element video will be up probably tomorrow, or at the latest day after tomorrow. But yeah, that's it. As usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you, and I'll see you guys next time. All right? Peace out, boy!